Hi, this is Tania here. You may know me from the YouTube link that I have already. This is a new link, and it's my A to Z of pop music. I'm concentrating on all of my favorite bands and favorite singers, solo stars. And the first video I'm going to be concentrating on the letter A. I'll be concentrating on mainly on Abba and Agnetha Fosskog. I also like Ace of Base and Atomic Kitten, the girl band. But I'm focusing more on Abba and Agnetha Fosskog on this video. I still remember the time Abba won the Eurovision back in 1974 in Brighton. It's funny enough, I actually still remember it vividly. I was only 5 years old, going on 6, when they won with Waterloo. And I was the most excited child you could ever see. I was jumping up and down with excitement when they won the Eurovision. And to this day, I'm still a huge fan. And I'm now in my 40s, and I'm still a huge fan. I've loved them ever since I was 5, right up to the present day, and I'll never go off them. They're my favorite pop band of all time. They've had more number ones than the Beatles alone, and that's a fact. I know that for sure. And they've sold loads of tickets. Sold and great. Did sold tickets worldwide. Very the most biggest band in the pop world. They're the only Eurovision entry, as far as I know, in the whole history of Eurovision, to have had a career outside Eurovision. They were together since before Eurovision, so they've been together like a long time. They they got together in the 60s, but the actual band themselves didn't actually form um, until the 70s. They were first known under their first names, Benny, Bjorn, Anna Fried, and Annette. But then they had a meeting, I think, with their manager to discuss a name for the band. So they decided to choose the name by using the first initials of their first names. And they put them all together and made Abba. And it was a magnificent name, I think, actually. And my favorite song from Abba has to be Take a Chance on Me. And I always like The Winner Takes It All. It brings back a lot of good and bad memories for me. Um, uh, reminds me of a lot of situations that I've been in under. And it also was my grand's favorite song, Lord Rest Her Soul. And she died in 1995. And anytime I played that song, I think of her. It's a very emotional song. So if I listen to it now, if I listen to that song and concentrated on it, completely concentrated on it, get no distractions, I'll be in floods of tears. The words are just so touching and so moving. It was basically based on Agnetha and Bjorn's divorce, their breakup of their marriage. That was the main story behind that song, as far as I know. And it was very unfortunate that they had divorced, since not that they had young child, to provide for as well. But I love them with all my life. They're my life. That band are my life, and the music still lives on today. It still lives on today, and they're still as big as they were when they were in Eurovision. And now Agnetha, the blonde girl from ABBA, is doing very well now too. She had an album back in 2004, and she took a 4 year, she took a 9 year break, and she's now back with another album entitled just A. It's just called A. And she's looking fantastic at the age of 63. She looks totally amazing. The album's very, very good. It was very, very, I was quite impressed with the album, to be honest, which was quite a good album, and I got a very good buy out of it. The lovely songs. There was a documentary on it at around the same time the album was coming out, was released. When at the same time the album was released, it was a documentary on telly about Henrietta, and there was a bit of footage of her first meeting with Gary Barlow. They never met together. They never met each other ever. And it was his first meeting with Henrietta, and he was very starstruck. I tell you that. They did a duet on the album together, and it was a lovely song. And Gary was requesting for Henrietta, would it be possible if we could sing this live? I'd love to perform this live on live telly. And I can't remember what Henrietta said, but I think she said, yeah, that'd be nice. That's something around those lines anyway. But I would love to see it live on television. That would just be incredible to see Gary Barlow and Henrietta on stage singing live. That would be just my ultimate dream. There's a talent show called The X Factor, and I tell you, that being the most magnificent show to have that duet performed on. It'd be incredible to see that on the X Factor, because Gary Barlow is a judge on the X Factor, and to tell you, it'd be great to see him get up off his judging panel chair and get on the stage and sing with the true legend. That'd be just my ultimate dream to see that. It'd be outstanding. It'd be magnificent television. So, Agneta, I hope, continues on after this album. I hope she continues to release more albums after this. Doesn't give up like she did before. You know, keeps fighting and just shines her talent. You know, she's incredible talent, and she looks incredible at 63. She hasn't aged a bit. When at the time of recording this album, she was afraid that her voice would sound a bit rusty or sound old. And she had nothing to worry about in that score, because her voice still sounds as good as it did when she was in Abba. She still sounds quite young when she sings. She's a real young voice, but the only thing is she can't sing as high as she could when she was in Abba. She can't sing as high now that she's older, but her voice still sounds great, fantastic, and that album is just incredible. It's a lovely listen. It's a lovely listen. It's a very nice listen, very relaxing, lovely song. And there's a kind of a catchy disco-y feel kind of song on it as well. And so I wish her all the best and all in her future projects, and hope she continues on going strong, recording and songs, and hopefully I'll see that live performance with her and Gary Barlow and Tania. That'd be just an incredible dream for me to see that, and it'd be unmissable television, I tell you that. So I hope you enjoyed this this film based focusing on the letter A. On the next video, I'll be concentrating on the letter B, on my favorite artists under B, like say Bon Jovi and all of those. So this one is just concentration on the letter A. So I hope you enjoyed the viewing, and hope you enjoyed this video, and happy viewing, and I hope you enjoy it and get good pleasure out of it. Thank you very much. Yeah.